Hey everyone, my name is Chloe, and this is the start of a new series on my channel. So, during this quarantine time, there's a lot we're missing out on, and a lot of people we are very much missing. Most of all is my family. I live in the same town as quite a few of my family members, and we're still not being able to see them or interact with them or really do much more than drive by, which we're thankful for the drive by visits, but it's not quite enough. So, what I decided to do is start this series that I'm calling Zoomin with the Fam. And so, what I'm doing is doing Zoom meetings with each of my family members to talk about their reading lives and their reading history, what they like, what they don't like. All the questions are kind of random. These are all off the cuff conversations. So I don't have a specific set of questions that I'm asking everybody or anything specific. I just said, "Hey, will you get on and talk to me about books?" And they all said yes, thankfully. So we are going to start today, and then I'm going to try to post a video every Friday in May where we do my grandmother, my mother, my sister Alana from Alana Reads, my father, and my husband. So that is going to be the plan for the month of May. So let's roll into the first one, which is my grandma. Okay, so today we have my grandma with us, and she is the OG book reader in our family. I credit this lady with a lot of the reason that I am a reader because my memories go back to reading mostly Babysitter's Club books with you, or like in your presence, because you were always reading at night, and so when I stayed with you, I felt like I always did too, pretty much. So let's just start. Grams, how did you become a reader?
I
Or
really
when
don't
did you?
know because I was so young. I remember it was in the children's part of as soon as I could read.
Yeah.
And the first thing I read totally was every fairy tale book in the library.
Really?
I loved fairy tales.
That actually surprises me knowing you now. So, just as a little background, she's number 2 in a family of 5 kids. So, were you the only reader? Were you all readers?
No, Charles was a reader. Barbara's, everybody but Robert.
Really?
And he reads, but nonfiction.
Yeah. Interesting. So, is there anything particular you think your parents did to, like, I'm asking because I want to know, like, how do I make my kids readers?
No, because my mother didn't have time.
Yeah. Did they read, your parents?
My mom read magazines, but she couldn't go to the library and stuff. So poor thing, because I know she liked to read.
Yeah. Just had too much else to do. 5 kids, man. I don't know how she did anything.
No washing machine,
Yeah.
no garbage disposal.
Yeah. Plus 5 kids all within 10 years.
Yes.
Aye, aye, aye. She's a powerful lady. So, what do you like to read now?
Now I like to read. If I signed up, I would be on the very dark side.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
I like Catherine Coulter.
Okay.
I love all of her FBI stuff where they have psychic abilities.
Interesting.
I love the paranormal.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Like, I knew you liked mysteries, but I didn't know you liked dark
I
stuff.
like mysteries, but I really like hers where the FBI has psychic powers.
Interesting. Um, and you do read some Christian fiction, don't you? Just,
Oh yes,
yeah,
the Christian mist. I like the
mysteries.
Christian mysteries because modern books, most of them have too much uh,
Smut.
text that I don't think is true.
Oh, okay.
That is not true. You do not look at somebody and want to throw them up against the wall and pull their clothes off. You have to work up to it.
Okay.
I also I like the Amish
I
books
was
for
just
some
about to say,
reason.
there's a thing on YouTube called Amish in April. You just read as much Amish stuff as you can, and I thought that would be fun if you were
I
on
have
YouTube.
read a lot of the Amish stuff.
Yeah. And again, just because it's clean, or why do you like that?
I don't know why it appeals to me, but I love it when they have a series. A lot of them do series.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
go on and on with all the family members,
Characters.
which there's a lot.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Do you like series or standalones better?
I like series better.
Really? So you
Yeah,
just like to
if
kind
they're
of
good
commit.
ones,
Good
because
one. Yeah,
if a good book ends, you wish it would go on.
that's true. That is true. So do you like hardback or paperback better?
I don't know. Sometimes I like hardback
Yeah.
if they're not too heavy.
Yeah. It's hard to hold them open when they're like big
Right.
books and
But
hardbacks.
you might say I really, when I can go to the library, I prefer the hardbacks.
Do you? But you don't really have a book collection that you own, do you?
No, I used to, and now I got rid of everything.
Really? And why? Just because you don't want
I
extra
felt
stuff?
like it was too much crap stuff.
Yeah. I think you could say crap. um, that's interesting because I feel like Alana and I are very different in that she is kind of like you. Like I think she will be happy when her shelves are kind of empty, and whereas I like find comfort in all of my shelves being full.
Well, for so long, remember how hers were full,
Yeah.
closets and everything? Well, I kind of was like that before. I always had to have a lot of books. And do you remember that your Aunt Barbara and I used to send boxes of books back
Uh-huh.
and forth to each
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, why don't you do that anymore? Just you both use your libraries or what?
Yeah, we both use our libraries.
Yeah. Does she read a lot?
She reads a lot.
Yeah. And she's hearing impaired, so I imagine it's better entertainment than watching TV or anything.
Right.
Interesting. Do you use your Kindle at all?
I don't.
You don't. Even now in this quarantine time, are you not?
No, I'm still not because Alana keeps bringing me enough that I don't have to. I gave my Kindle away. I think I gave it back to your mom or Alana or something.
Yeah.
But on my iPad, she fixed it so I can read on there if I want to.
Do you ever?
I haven't yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So this might be, I'm doing a whole series with you, Alana, mom, maybe dad, maybe Jeremy. And so this might be the first one. So everybody watching, if you don't know who we're talking about when we're talking about Alana, she is my sister. She used to have a channel called Alana Reads, and she will be on this series at some point. So I don't know if this will go up before or after that, but if it goes up before, that's who we're talking about. Okay, so do you have any, oh, this is a good question because I know you have an opinion on this. Do you prefer male or female authors?
Female.
Yeah. Do you know why, or it's just
I don't know. And my sister Barbara prefers male.
interesting? What are some of your favorite authors?
I like Lisa Jackson,
Uh-huh.
Lisa's Garner,
Uh-huh.
Lisa's Scatoloni,
Yep, Scottolini.
but I do like Greg Isles
Uh-huh.
and John Grisham,
Yeah.
James Patterson,
You've read most of the Alex Cross series, haven't you? From
all of
James
them.
Patterson. You've read all of them? Yeah. Have you seen any of the movies?
Yes.
And because you don't like,
And I could have done better casting.
yeah, yeah. I think I've read maybe like one Alex Cross book. So, but you and I have talked about how Tom Cruise is not the right person. Isn't?
Alex Cross was, no, that was Tom, that was a different author, a man.
Yes. What was
Think of
that?
that
That was
character. I can't think of that character. Reacher, Jack
Jack
Reacher.
Reacher. Yes. Who
And
plays
that was
Alex Cross?
miscasting.
Who plays
But
Alex Cross?
Alex Cross was black and they chose a black actor, but I would have chose a different one.
I can't remember. Do you remember who it is?
I don't remember
I'm gonna
now.
have to look that up because that's gonna bother me. Who is Alex Cross? Because that is gonna bother me. I can picture him in my head. Um, Morgan Freeman, Tyler Perry, Tyler Perry,
Yeah,
right? This says played by Morgan Freeman and Tyler Perry.
yeah, they did both, but neither one of those
Really?
are the one. And I can't think of the actor's name that I would have picked. And he did a insurance commercial, I think, or some commercial, and he has this wonderful voice,
Morgan Freeman.
nice looking.
Isn't it Morgan Freeman?
No, I can't think of
Is it
the.
Denzel?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Can't remember.
doesn't matter. Have you read the whole Jack Reacher series?
A lot of them.
Do you like cozy mysteries? Like, do you know
What
what a
kind?
cozy mysteries? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like Like they're the ones that it'll be like a murder, like it typically the series will follow one like investigator or something. And the murders are normally very like cute, and like sometimes it's in a bake shop, or like the person will have a pet
Oh, I
or
know
a
what you're
cat or
talking about
something.
because sometimes I read where they have a cat or a
Yes.
dog or whatever. And I only read those if I'm desperate.
Yeah. They're not your favorite. You like
No,
more dark stuff, I guess, which
I
is
like
what
the
you just
dark
said.
stuff.
That's so funny. That is very
Like,
funny. I'm
which
glad
one
you're
did
not
I just
participating.
finished this book
Oh, right behind you. I haven't heard of that. Was
and I
it good?
really like it.
You did
Like
like it?
because she doesn't, you can't really figure out the ending
Yeah.
until you get there.
But then when you get there, is it like, oh, I should have seen it coming? Or
Well,
is it
no,
like,
but you think, yeah, I understand
okay? Because I
that.
hate when it's like you can't guess it, and in the end, you're like, there were no clues to that. I couldn't have guessed it even if I tried. But speaking of, so you've done all those Lisas. Have you done Lisa Jewell? Do you like her?
I don't think so, but I've done people I don't remember their name.
Yeah. Well, and you read like what, a book a day? About
Uh, about a day and a half for a book.
a day and a half. So you
If
read
it's
a lot.
good. If it's not, it
Yeah.
takes longer.
Yeah. So do you still have a good stash of books during this quarantine?
Yes, because Alana keeps bringing them to me.
Good. I know. I'm saying she like is good about clearing out her shelves, which she is, but she still has lots of books. Lots and lots of books. I should bring you some when you're done. I have almost all of Lisa Scottolini's, so if you need any of those. But well, is there any other author you really like or book you really like?
No, but through my life, I told you I read fairy tales when I
Uh-huh.
was a young child. Then, when I was an older teen, I read every Zane Grey book there was, which was a westerns.
Interesting.
And then, when I was in my mid 20s, I read every Perry Mason book there was.
Yeah. Do you remember, did you ever like, I remember you did some books on tape for us as kids, but do you remember ever reading anything specific with us?
I read Nancy Drew I know I did it for Yarrow.
Yeah, which is my cousin for everybody who doesn't know.
I read, put Nancy Drew on
Yeah,
cassette.
you did. Yeah, like you should have been an audiobook narrator. Or I guess I don't know when audiobooks started, but you should have. That would have been fun.
There was one woman author that Alana and I went to Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
And then, you would get out of the library, you would get it and put it and listen to it
Uh-huh.
as you were going in. It was one of her first books. And it was so horrible. We both hated it.
It
But,
was even Alana. I feel like I have a memory very similar to this.
but since then, Alana, I think, likes her books. I have still not read one book because I
Really?
hated that
That was
first
so
one,
bad.
Janet Ivakovich or whatever her name
Oh
is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hated
She
it.
writes. I don't know if those are I don't think those are cozy, but that's a big series of mysteries.
Yeah, she had that main character, a woman that
Yeah.
kept falling into garbage and messing up her clothes. And I thought, if she falls in garbage one more time, I'm going to scream.
How funny. I've never read any of those, but I don't really have a whole lot of interest.
But I
That's
really
funny.
don't, I have never gone past that first one that we listened to on tape.
Yeah, I think Alana's read like most of the series, hasn't she?
Now she now likes her.
Yeah. How funny.
She lost me.
Yep. Well, do you have any other tips or tricks for surviving this quarantine?
Just read a lot.
Yep. Yep.
Nothing
Read a
like
lot.
it.
And
Because if you don't feel good, reading gets your mind off not feeling good.
that's
The
true.
TV won't, but a
That's
book
true.
will.
I asked mom, I think, would you rather read a book like that is about a worldwide pandemic, or are you trying to read things that are completely unrelated to what's going on in the world? Does that make sense? Like right now during this time, would you rather read things that are like relatable or things that are completely different? That
Unrelated.
you that are related?
No, that are not
Oh,
related.
okay. Yeah. I
I don't
know
want to read
somebody
about what's going on.
I've heard people talking about like um people are obviously writing during this time. And so there's going to be a lot of books about pandemics and quarantines and that kind of stuff coming out soon. And it's like, I don't
I'm
know,
not interested.
too close to home right now.
And then afterwards, who wants to relive it?
Yeah.
Like Alana just brought me a book about the Spanish, that it's fiction, but it's during the Spanish flu. And
Uh-huh.
it keeps going to the bottom of the stack because even
Yeah.
that, I don't know if I'm really in. She said how good it was. I don't know
You know
if
what
I'm
it's
in.
called?
I can walk in the bedroom and tell you,
Okay.
get it from the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, 'cause that sounds interesting to me.
And it's a hardcover.
Yeah.
But Alana likes some things that, oh, is it American Dirt?
Oh, yeah. She talked about that when I talked to her on Zoom.
Yeah, I think that's the
Well,
one.
wait, I think, but she talked about
American
yours.
Dirt, Janine Cummins.
Okay. I didn't know that was during the Spanish flu. I thought that one was about people trying to come across the border.
Then is it As Bright as Heaven? One of these is. Yeah, that one is about coming across. So which one is it? As Bright as Heaven? I might be putting the wrong book down at the bottom of this
I
stack.
think you are.
Yeah, it's from the As Bright as Heaven
Okay.
by Susan Meissner
Okay.
in 1918 Philadelphia. Oh, good. I'll put it on the bottom.
There you go. But Alana said American Dirt's been one of the best she's read lately.
Yeah.
So that one might be worth reading. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, because she told me she never ever wants to go to Mexico after reading that book.
Yeah. I haven't read it, so I don't know.
I haven't read it either, but that's what she said, that she's never going to Mexico.
Well, no, at this rate, nobody's going to Mexico. Well, is there anything else you have to say, or
No?
any other bookish things? Do you have a favorite book of all time?
No, I really don't.
You don't?
But I have to say that they made the movie Gone with the Wind the year I was born.
Oh, really?
And I didn't see it, of course, until I was grown.
Uh-huh.
And I read that, and I really loved that book.
Really? I've never read it. I'm just too intimidated because it's so long.
Yeah, but I really liked that book. But I didn't have a favorite.
Yeah. Do you like many classics?
I went through a phase of those, but not anymore.
Have you read Little Women?
Yes.
Have you seen any of the movies?
Yes.
Have you seen
More
the most
than,
recent movie?
not the recent one, but I've
No,
seen a couple of versions of it.
yeah, I don't know if that one, I don't know if you can watch it yet because it was in theaters not too long ago. I don't know. Anyway, well, okay. Well, thank you for talking. That was fun.
Oh, your mom just came in.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you. I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so today what?
I wrote a long comment because I read comments on books on
Uh-huh.
your thing, and I wrote a long thing telling what I thought of 50 Shades of Grey. And
You
then
did?
I deleted it
Why?
because, and couldn't use the words that really would describe how I felt about it. But I said,
Okay.
with all my years of experience, I could tell you that was a bunch of baloney.
Maybe you're just not hanging in the right crowd. Perfect.
Well, let me fix my shirt.
There. Nice, Nancy.
I'm slumping.